Today I'm going to be talking about the Wim Hof Method and how it's been such a game changer in my life. What do I mean by game changer? I mean an amazing tool that's helped to improve my overall peace. And how important is peace? Super important for me. It's been something that I've been searching for more and more in my life because I had massive amounts of anxiety and my peace was at a very low level for some time. And I was searching for ways to reduce the amount of anxiety that I was experiencing because I had a bombardment of intrusive thoughts that I didn't want, and they just keep coming into my mind, and it sucked. It was really shit. I'm not gonna lie. And so I went and had a look and tried different things to find more peace. And I've been on that journey for 8 years, looking at different things to improve overall mental health. And I've tried a smorgasbord of different things. I've tried a lot of things, so you may not have to. I'd love if you could shorten down the time that you have to search trying to improve your mental health, and maybe try this and you won't have to go through years of experimentation of different things. One of the key things that I've found to be massively amazing for my overall mental health has been the Wim Hof Method. Two specific things in the Wim Hof Method is the cold water. Going into cold water, have you ever been into some really cold water? Think back to a time that you went into that cold water, if you have, and type in the comments below how it felt. And I'd love if you take this opportunity now to hit the like button and subscribe. I'm going to be putting out videos every single week because I want to improve people's mental wellness. Mental health is so important, and I'm going to be talking about it every single week. So how was the cold water when you went into it? If you did, I'd love to know down in the comments below. For me, it's super refreshing and enlivening, and just helps to get more in my body. It's like, boom, this cold water just coming into your body and you're way less in your head. And the other thing is the breathing. And so I'm gonna talk about those in more depth today. This is a key tool to have when you do go through really tough times. It's amazing to know that you can handle those tough times in the back of your mind. Yeah, I've got the tools to be able to look after myself when shit hits the fan, because we don't know the problems that we're going to encounter in the future. And it's great to know that, okay, I've got some allies, some tools in my toolkit that I can call upon to help to improve my overall mental wellness and get me out of a dark situation. And another time was turning a bad day into a good day. And I was in Omaha, New Zealand, and having a conversation with my boss's boss. And the conversation wasn't going well. I was working in crypto at the time, and the conversation didn't go well. And I was really in my head, just agitated, feeling stuck and not in the flow. It was like I was just, those times where your body is quite tight and the mind's tight and stressed and not feeling a fluid or in the flow. My body was feeling tight and stuck in the mind. And one of the key things that I did that day was going and picking up some ice, dumping that in the tub, and having a cold bath. Has anybody turned a bad day into a good day? Because I had this really amazing experience that I want to describe to you guys. And so I turned this bad day into an amazing day. I went to a party later that day, and it was just in this absolutely beautiful location, and we had some cacao and danced the night away, and it was just such an interesting contrast of, in one day, having a really shitty day and then turning it around into a super positive day. And one of the key things that helped that day was having an ice bath. It's also helped me through the passing of my brother, who's 2 years older than me. And it's been an amazing tool to have in the toolkit through that time as well. So why does it work? One of the reasons is that we're training our parasympathetic and our sympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system is our fight or flight response. And that's more supposed to kick in when we are running away from a lion, or back in the day where we'd have to run away from danger. There's a lot less danger now in this day and age. A lot of us are in this sympathetic stress response a lot of the time. It's that sort of just underlying anxiety that a lot of us can be in, and I've been in myself too. And so we're training ourselves to go from the parasympathetic to the sympathetic nervous system and balancing out our nervous system and remaining relaxed in that space, because we're doing these deep breathing exercises quite fast and inducing a more sympathetic nervous system state, and then holding the breath and coming more into a parasympathetic nervous system state. So we're helping to balance out the nervous system and not get so stressed when we do go into a sympathetic nervous system state. Cold water is uncomfortable, and it's something that brings out a stress response. We want to try to move away from it, but we go into this cold water and focus on our breath. And when you focus on your breath and do a longer exhale, you come more into the parasympathetic system. So you're training that stress resilience response, cross-adapted stress resilience response. So you're going into the stressful environment. That stressful environment could be in a traffic jam, or talking to your boss, or asking a girl out, and that brings on a stress-related response. Then you focus on your breath and do a longer exhale, and that helps to come more into the parasympathetic. It's the same thing that we're actively practicing when we're doing the Wim Hof method and going into the cold water. So what happens when you're anxious? Commonly, you'll be breathing very shallow and faster. Wim Hof says that if you're breathing over 15 times per minute, then you're in an anxious state. So maybe try this and let me know in the comments how it goes. Also hit that like button and subscribe button. Thank you very much. Help the algorithm so we can reach more people. So try this. Set a timer for a minute and see how many breaths you're taking in that minute. If it's over 15, then we're in a more anxious state. So we breathe more shallow and faster when we're in an anxious state. And one of the reasons why the Wim Hof method breathing is so amazing for reducing that anxiety is because we're doing these big deep breaths. Breathing right down into our belly, which helps to signal to our body that we're no longer in an anxious, stressed state. It helps to relax the system and leave us feeling in a more peaceful state. And I've found that the Wim Hof method is amazing for getting into a serenity-like state. Like the mind can be super choppy, like a lake that has a lot of wind blowing over it, and there's big waves just in the lake or in the ocean. And then the Wim Hof method helps you just blow those waves away in the ocean and calm down it so it's more flat and we can have a more peaceful mind. So there's some of my stories and some of the reasons why the Wim Hof method is amazing. It goes into a lot more detail, and we can go into a lot more detail about the Wim Hof method, but I'm keeping this one more basic. And if you want to learn more information about the breathing, about some of the science behind it, and actually experience the Wim Hof method, I'm a certified instructor and I'm doing online classes. And so I will leave my link for my website in the description where you can see when the classes are. I'd love to have you there. Sign up. It's an amazing tool. It's been such an absolutely great asset in my life. And it's one of the amazing things is that it's free to do. Yeah, if you want to come to the class, it's going to cost a little bit. Once you have the knowledge, and you can find the knowledge online as well, just type in Wim Hof breathing method and you can find how to do it for free as well. But once you have the knowledge of how to do it, all you need to do is lie down or sit down in a safe environment, not in the water, where don't do the breathing, Wim Hof method breathing in the water, or in areas where you may lose consciousness and it could be bad for you to faint. It's not often that happens, but just in case. You have the tools. Once you have it, you have that for your life. It's such a gift. And what price can we put on peace? So if you want to learn with me, or if you just want to learn online or with somebody else, all good. I want you to have the tools so you have that in your life to use when you need it. You can turn a shitty day into a great day, or it can just be something that you do on a more regular basis to help to improve your overall mental wellness. So again, I'd love it if you click the like button, subscribe if you want more of this information, more tools on how to improve your overall inner peace, your overall mental wellness, and much love, everybody. Talk soon. We'll talk next week. I'll be putting out short videos as well. Every so often, I'll put out these good short videos. I'm on TikTok, Mental Wellness Tools. I'm on Instagram, Mental Wellness Tools. You can find me at optimizewellness.com. Find me in Barcelona. I'll be doing in-person breath workshops and fundamental Wim Hof Method classes in person as well. I'd love to see you. Let's all improve our mental wellness, support each other. We out here. Much love.